Sweet, I'm so tired of you treating me this way. And from you, treat me this way. Sweet, I'm so tired of you.
This episode of the Spotlight Insider is brought to you by Teflon Radio, the official sound of hip-hop and R&B lovers who live and breathe the culture. At Teflon Radio, we do more than play music. We create a space where artists, voices, and stories come alive. From the hottest new hits to timeless classics, interviews, and community updates, we're on it 24/7 to keep you inspired, entertained, and connected. The same energy is what fuels the Spotlight Insider, a show that puts the spotlight on visionaries, creatives, and the community leaders who are changing the game. So whether you're tuning in to catch a powerful conversation or just vibing out for some dope music, we got you covered. Download the Teflon Radio app now on the Apple App Store or Google Play, and keep it locked. Teflon Radio, where real music meets real stories. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Teflon John coming to you courtesy of the I Am Teflon John brand. And on this episode of Up Close and Personal, we have two great people in the building. We have two actors from the great stage play by Daniel Barksdale, The Family Reunion. So if you could just start by introducing yourself and the character that you play, beginning with you.
All right. So my name is Rhonda Coles, and I play Nurse Tammy.
Nurse Tammy, okay.
Yes, and my name is Allen Brown, and I play Jamal.
Okay. So when it comes to your characters, how are you alike? Are there any similarities in your characters?
For me, I think because I'm a caring person naturally, so to play the role of a nurse, I'm a social worker, so to play in healthcare. So to play a nurse is pretty relatable. My character's personality is kind of mysterious to some degree, and I think I'm that way. I don't talk a lot to people that I don't know. So yeah, I think I relate to my character some.
Okay. What about you?
I mean, I think I relate to my character in terms of his love for family. And I think that's something I've discussed before. I come from a big family. I love it when we get together and have family gatherings. We just had a big one yesterday for Easter. And so I really do enjoy that. I'm trying to think of other ways in which I am similar to him. Jamal likes to really reach out to his family. He cares about them on an intimate level, and so he wants to really get to know them and what's going on in their lives. And then he expresses that, and I'm the same with my family.
Okay. So without giving away too much, Jamal seems like the epicenter, the family guy. So how important is that in real life, and how hard can it be to try to be the glue of your family?
You want to go first on that?
That's Jamal. Jamal, you go first.
Oh, okay. Well, since I'm the family guy,
Yeah.
Jamal is anyway.
Yeah.
Good night. I think that there are certain members of the family who bring people together. A lot of times it's Big Mama or
That's
somebody.
true.
There's always one central person in the family that brings people together and just, again, enjoys being with family. And I think Jamal is that type of character. Again, it's something that I love in my own personal life. His ability to just to again relate to everyone, to bring people together, to express his love for his family. It's something that I can.
Okay. So what about your character?
In terms of family?
Yeah, in terms of the family, and how important is that? Especially for our the Black culture, having that
Oh my
glue.
gosh, I love my family. They're crazy, but I love them. We're all unique, and I relate to what you're saying. Like, there's always that one person. I just spoke with my sister yesterday and was talking about how I feel like, we've lost certain people. And I feel like in losing them, you feel like family is we don't do as much as we used to. And I'm like, I've got to figure out a way. Just last year, me and my cousin decided we wanted to pull our family back together. And even though we're not the eldest, we're kind of the younger side, we put together in less than 10 days, like a whole big family gathering just to make sure that we stay glued and connected. So for me, that relates back to, like, you just want to stay glued and connected to your family. You want to be able to reach out and touch them, whether it's by phone or text or, seeing them. So family's a big thing. And I think it is the culture, like just being African-American. That's one of the things that we rely on is family and each other to make each other laugh, lift each other up in sad times. So yeah, I think it kind of ties back around both ways.
Okay. So watching the play, you know, from my point of view, you two seem like very seasoned actors. And so what drew you to want to be a part of this play?
For me, it was just being in a previous play with Daniel Boxdale. I caught the tail end of a production that he was in, that he did previously. And so it really kind of made something resurface in me that had been gone for a little while, you know, and that stage performing. And so, you know, that really drew me in. And I knew that, of course, with my wife's green light, you know, I knew that I wanted to be in another production with him. And so when I was approached with this idea, it was definitely a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
So I started working with Daniel several years ago, and I loved working with him. So, and I was in the last production that he's speaking of. And so when I was approached, I was like, of course, it's Daniel. Daniel is very caring. He's a family person. So I think like this play really does showcase who he is. If people watch and kind of, you know, take what the messages at heed, he's really just a caring person. So I was like, of course I'll work with Daniel again. So yeah. But I've been acting for quite a while. It's my gateway and getaway at the same time from like, you know, lets you take words on a page and turn it into something that you get someone else gets to feel. So like, it brings it to life. And Daniel writes very beautifully. He has strong messages. So when we don't even know at the time when he reaches out to us what the play will be, but you know that it's coming from him. It's going to be good.
So you guys don't
we
know
have
what
no idea what the play
okay.
will be. We don't know what character we may be cast as. We are just kind of walking into it, trusting him.
Gotcha.
And I think that speaks volumes because most people kind of know what they're auditioning for, what their role might be. And we are blind until we do a table read. And he never misses. He has learned each of us individually, and he knows where to put us. He knows he has tested for me, even my skill set. Because I'm like, I don't know if I can play that or I can bring that to life. He's like, you can do it. So he's very trusting. So of course, work with him any time.
Got you. Okay, so looking at the play and seeing some of the characters, I see where some characters are shielded, kind of standoffish, right? So what can people learn, all right, that may feel that way, feel black, a little bit like the black sheep of the family? What can people come away with after they see this play that may feel like that?
I think that sometimes, even when you feel like you're the black sheep, you have to learn to speak up for yourself. And that sometimes, I know personally, like at times I feel like the black sheep in my own circle. I'm just different from my siblings. But you have to make your individuality what makes you feel like you're the black sheep. You have to make that stand out for you. And you really have to take hold of, you know, everything that you encompass as a person, and you have to present it to your family so that your family better understands you, and not exclude yourself. I think sometimes people as black sheep exclude themselves from like family activities or doing things. You kind of talk yourself out of it in your head. I know I do. I'm like, I'm not going because of, or I'm not doing because of. And I think this play lets you know that even when you second guess or doubt yourself, there's someone in your family that does care about you, and you just have to open up to it. So
okay.
I think it's a matter of sometimes, you know, understanding what makes you the black sheep. Is it the family or is it you?
Yeah.
Yes,
know?
that's a good question.
That is a good
so,
one.
Yeah, because a lot of times we can put the pressure on ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, much like, you know, some things in the play, you know, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you portray yourself as the black sheep. And the family doesn't feel that way about you.
Yeah,
You know?
you may self-isolate sometimes.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so, you know, we suffer from, you know, isolation and withdrawal and all of these types of things. But these things are real, you know. These are real things that we deal with in life.
That is true.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love the fact that it's addressed in the play, and that people can relate to it, you know. We're dealing with real issues in the play, even though you have funny parts. Where
it's very
relatable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People can relate to it, and that's what they come.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the play too. Like, it's relatable, but I think you can get a lot from it, right? Especially being an African American. So, can you speak about the volumes of being involved in a stage play like this that speaks, and it's so many messages, not just one, so many messages.
Gosh, I was going to say it's so
and
many.
and I left thinking, right? It actually made me think. So I didn't feel like I was just entertained. I actually left with a seed planted. So how important is that for Daniel Barksdale to put these messages in a play, then for you all to go out there and give that message?
For me, it is the reason behind the play. It is what we pray in every night and pray out every night from rehearsals about, is that someone takes the message that is in the play, that it touches someone, that it relates, they relate to it in some way, shape, or form, and that they're able to not only leave from it with a good production or a good show, but they're able to leave from it and say, okay, now that part reminded me of me. This is how the play played out. Is that an option for me? Because there are, the play does play out where it may portray some options for people who may feel like they're the black sheep, like, okay, maybe I need to go approach it a different way. So for me, I think that the message behind it is the reason why I do it. I've done plays where there wasn't really a message. It was just pure entertainment, and they're fun. I have got more self-worth as an individual, and even walked away sometimes, even myself, by a character being like the last production. There were characters within that play that I saw in myself. Even though that wasn't my character, I saw that character in me. And so I walked away looking at some things in my own personal life, like you said, differently. So that is the mission, and I'm glad that you walked away with something.
Yeah.
It has to start with the table read. It has to start in rehearsal. If you don't feel it, if you can't relate to it,
nobody.
Where is your expectation? I don't mean to quote Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson said, he said, I don't sing it if I don't mean it. I mean, he has to, you have to feel it. And the reason why people walk away with so much in this play, in terms of the messages that we hear about and the things that the different people are going through, is because it's real. And again, to the core, people will feel a lot of this. They'll feel a lot that's happening in this play. To the point of laughter, to the point of tears, to the point of, I am in deep thought right now of what I've just seen. And so again, I'd say that about any player that's on the stage. If you don't feel that part and what you're doing, get off the stage. Again, this isn't just entertainment. We're relating to people. We're touching their souls. And so, it's much deeper than just
It's not pure entertainment. That's
Right.
I think that's the best part of it, is you will be entertained. So please come out. You will be entertained, but you will leave. You won't leave the same way you came. And that was the biggest thing in the last production. It's been the biggest thing in this one. We've had people to come up and hug us and say they cried, they laughed, they saw themselves, or, I can't wait to tell others to come and see this because of the message. And that is what you want. Like, you don't want people just walk away and say, oh, that was fun, that was funny. You want them to walk away and go tell someone, the good parts of it and the things that they could get from it. Like the last play, my aunt was like, I wish I could bring the whole family to see it, because she felt like it was such a powerful message.
It was.
And that's what you want people to walk away with everyone they know to experience what you're producing, so that they walk away with that same feeling.
Gotcha. Okay, so my last question for you is, why should people come see the play?
Well, let me say this. If you're coming for strictly entertainment, you're going to be disappointed because you will be entertained, but you will also be touched. And I think people should come see Daniel Barksdale, the family reunion, to see a different perspective, to be able to relate. I mean, it's an all-Black cast written by a young Black man who's amazing at what he does. And you come out and have your life changed. Come out and have something spoken to you that you can speak to someone else, that you may touch their life. Buy your friends a ticket, call your mama and lottie-dottie and everybody, and bring them with you.
This is us, and if you walk out of this play without a sense of pride in what you've just seen, what you just witnessed, I don't know. I don't know what more can be done. I am so proud of this play and this cast, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. When we get together for this play, we really, the entire cast and the audience, we feel like family.
Yes.
And so, it's not something that it's going to be strange to anyone or anything like that. Again, you're going to feel it. And so you're going to feel at home,
Yeah.
I think with this play, regardless of what your background is.
Yeah.
Because I think we can all relate to family regardless of background.
Yep.
But this play is so much us. It really is.
It is.
And I say that just in terms
It
of our
really
community.
is.
It is us. And
is.
why not shine a light on us
Yeah.
Yes.
and be proud about that? And
Yeah. And walk
Yeah.
away with something.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, I know you guys got to rehearse. I can hear them getting it in the other room. So I appreciate your time. Good luck.
problem.
Like I said, the first 2 shows sold out. I pray for that, that your third show is even
Thank
greater
you.
and that you guys, when you do a good job on the road and, that you continue this ministry. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us. We appreciate you.
Anytime.